Good morning, guys.
Hey, congratulations, stud.
Thank you very much. Thank you. It was a big win.
Big win, big shot by you. And as that play was unfolding, Ovi passed it to you. It looked like you hesitated for a second. Were you thinking, were you intuitively just thinking about giving it right back to him? Like, what were you thinking? Because it seemed like you hesitated a second before you just ripped it.
Yeah. I knew their goalie was back in the net. Obviously, you're trying to get the puck to Ovi, especially 4-on-3. So,
Right.
he's got one of the best shots of all time. So I think that helps a lot when the goalie's thinking about where Ovi is and kind of just pick your corner. And I was happy it went in.
So Ovi, let's just assume, like you say, and this was something I was thinking about during the break. So I'm just going to assume, whether or not it's true or not, Ovi's got the best shot on the team. He's one of the greatest shots, like you say, of all time, right? So let's assume he's still 1A. Are you number 2? I didn't know you were a sniper like that. Are you better than Carlson?
No, I don't. I don't think so in terms of speed for sure. Not the hardest shot, but I think maybe mine's a little bit deceptive. I think I tend to pull mine back a little bit further than a lot of guys. So I think that helps me a lot. Definitely not the hardest, but I think the way I pull it back, I think it makes it a little bit tougher for goalies to read. So I'll hold that. I'll hold on to that.
So you kind of disguise a little bit. So can you describe that a little bit more? What do you mean by the way you pull it back?
So I don't know if anyone had watched the goal from last night, but
Yeah.
Even in that goal, I kind of pull it back a little bit further than most guys would, I think, on a shot.
You mean your
bit,
backswing, for lack of a better phrase? I don't know what you call it.
Your wind up.
Your wind up?
Yeah, correct.
Yeah,
Like where you pull the puck from, like in relation to your body. I think I would pull the puck a little bit further back behind my body than a lot of guys would.
Okay.
And I think that that helps me like kind of disguise the puck so the goalie can't really see exactly where it's coming from.
Gotcha.
It would be like a baseball throw, like how sometimes pitchers on their wind up, like
right.
from the mound, pull it a little bit behind them. Some like Tim Lincecum, for example, pulls it almost like below his legs and then kind of throws. He has that weird throw. I think it would be a little bit similar to that.
Gotcha.
So your last 4 games, 3 of them, twice you've been to shootout, 1 overtime. You guys are playing a lot of close games. What's it like to be in these tight games?
Yeah, I think it's a good thing for us. I mean, obviously when you get down to, later in the season and playoffs, there's a lot of close games. And, we've been finding ways to win. We've been finding ways to win those close ones. And I think that's a sign of a good team. We're not really blowing anyone out. We're not really getting blown out. We've maybe had, I think, two games this year where we've been, haven't had a chance to pull the goalie or we've been down by too much. And I think we maybe have had one win where it's been like kind of the same thing where they haven't had the empty net. So, I mean, it's been really tight games. It's been, good games both ways. I think we'll take it where we're finding ways to, like I said, win those close games. And we've had good goaltending. We're getting some timely scoring, and it's fun to be a part of, to be honest.
What'd you think of Miro's first game? I won't attempt to pronounce his last name. Young kid. I guess he got about 10 minutes of ice time. What'd you make of him?
Yeah, he's a special kid. He obviously, I'm not sure if you guys are familiar with his story at all, but he had cancer a couple of years ago. He's battled through it. He's beat it, and he's started the year in the minors this year. His first year in North America, and you know what? He's just a happy kid. He doesn't know much English at all. He comes in the room. He's smiling. He's happy. He's happy to be here. He has an unbelievable shot. I've seen it in practice the last couple of days. So he had some good chances to score last night, and I wouldn't be surprised if he gets his first goal either tonight or on Saturday. So
when you say hello to him, is it through the interpreter? Like, how do you talk to him?
Well, I think he knows hello and how are you. I think those are two ones that he knows pretty well, so he can answer those questions. But if you're talking a little bit about hockey, you're going to have to go through Protas. I think he's been the translator for him for the first about a couple days he's been here.
How much talking are you guys doing when you're on the ice? Because it's so loud in the arena, and we didn't play hockey as kids. I assume you guys are talking to each other, here, back, whatever you guys say to each other. Is that are you guys totally verbal throughout the game? We just don't hear it because we're in the stands or we're watching on TV?
Yeah, I would say we're very verbal. I think a lot more on the bench when you kind of right next to each other. You don't have to be as loud or whatever.
Uh-huh.
There's a few times on the ice you can you're not really saying anything more than here or I'm open or you got time. That's
Right.
the big one is saying you got time. But more on the bench, you can talk about plays, and we have those iPads on the bench that everyone loves to have a comment about that we have the iPads on the bench. So we watch a shift if we get off and there's
Oh,
a player we
really?
need to talk about. We can see it on the iPad. Yeah.
Yeah, so that's not a coach only thing. That's like you guys doing that too while you're sitting there.
Yeah.
Oh, I had
They
no
have them
idea.
on the bench behind us. Coaches do use it a lot,
Right.
but yeah, it's up to us. If we want to see a clip, we'll just can we see the iPad, and then it's right.
That's
it's
awesome.
right behind us.
Yeah.
So you had the game-winning shot last night in overtime. That was on the power play. The power play has been a little bit better of late. How much has it changed in terms of your scheme from the beginning of the season?
Yeah, I think we're kind of just keeping it simple. Where before Oshie got hurt, it was myself, Oshie, Tom, Wilson, and then John and Ovi. So it was 4 righties and myself, which is a bit of a different look. And Tom's really, really good at being in the net front, screening the goalie from all angles. And I think that's kind of where we started to get some good looks. And now when Osh got hurt, we put Kuznetsov on there, and he's so skilled with the puck that I think we're kind of just playing off our instinct a little bit. We're not overthinking it too much. We're kind of just keeping it simple, making the plays that are there. We had a couple posts last night before we scored, so I really think that we're starting to click a lot more. I think we have goals in 4 of our last 5 games in the power play, so we got to take the positives in that sense. And it's been a lot better than it was at the beginning of the year. So anytime we can help the team win with power play is a huge bonus, especially since the way we started.
You got a quick turnaround, right? You play tonight, right?
Yep, tonight.
Yep.
Tonight in Columbus.
All right. Well, rest up, buddy. Get another one. Get another one for us.
Okay, sounds good.
All right.
Sounds
Thank
good.
you,
Merry
buddy.
Christmas.